Hello guys, this is Boomerang here and welcome back to another video. And today we are on my second channel once again, and I have not uploaded here in a while. I've not uploaded one of these videos in I think a month or so. Sorry for the inactivity. I've just been really busy lately. Same thing goes on my main channel. I haven't uploaded that much on my main channel as well. But yeah, since then a lot of shit has happened. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of shit has happened. And I swear so much shit is happening that I just can't stop talking about politics. Like, I swear, most of my videos haven't talked about politics for whatever reason. I thought that once the election was over, there was a winner, it would all go down. But no, no. The far left is now having an absolute conniption right now. And has basically been having it ever since Trump won the presidency. What do I mean? Well, first, there is the 4B movement, which I am going to make a video about it sometime. Originally, I was going to do it like a couple weeks ago that I just never had time. Although now more and more shit is coming out about it, and it's the stupidest movement I've ever seen. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want me to do a video about it, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to. Oh yeah, there's clothing in the background as well, of course. I swear, that's like a staple with one of these videos. The reason why is that I record on Tuesdays and upload on Tuesdays. That's normally my upload day, although it's more recently been the upload day on this channel, not my other one. And guess what? I also do laundry on Tuesdays, so that's why you always see it in the background. I also got this shirt on. What is this? We are the nation's first line of defense. So yeah, I'm not fucking with those tree-hugging liberals today. And also, something I've not mentioned on this channel is that I have a brand new Discord server. It's right here. I'm trying to build a community. We've got a lot of nice people here, and yeah, I recommend you join it. Anyways, continuing on with the video, first there's the 4B movement, and now they're continuing on this track of, oh, we're better, and that sort of shit. And now they're bragging about having more college-educated people vote for them. Now, you might be like, well, is that a good thing? No, it's not. And here's why. You see, in the US at least, the college system is absolutely fucked up. Way too many people are in college, and there are way too few jobs for the people who go to college in most areas of study. And that is especially true since only around 15% of degrees are STEM. And those are the ones which make big bucks as well. The rest of the 85% see college as just a free ticket to make more money and also be lazy. And because of that, they get like an English degree or whatever, and which they don't have to do anything or whatever. And then they end up having to work at Starbucks because they can't find a job. But okay, but people in college are smarter than people not in college, right? Maybe, although at the same time, no. Like, okay, so earlier this year, I had a Spanish partner, or I was taking Spanish, right? And I had a partner who couldn't even do basic math, like 2 plus 2. She couldn't even do that, yet she was a junior in college. And I've seen a lot of other examples of people being like actual idiots like that. And and guess what? None of them have a STEM degree. I feel like if you have a STEM degree, people with them tend to be smart, although most other degrees, that's not the case. And I don't think that STEM majors vote as overwhelmingly liberal as other majors. Anyways, let's pull up some graphs. So here's what I'm referring to. And I've seen a lot of different mentions of this. So this is just saying what kind of college degree voters help make, or what people's college degrees said on how they vote. And as you can see, the higher degree someone is, the more democratic they seem to vote. And okay, I've been kind of beating around the bush, although here's why it's bad. It's straight up elitism. You see, it's like this is a problem which has been basically lasting for the longest time, and now the Democrats are unironically using it the same way. You're letting the more well-paid people, the higher degree people, this is like PhDs and whatever, we're valuing their opinion way more than people who aren't, you know, like that. So people who are working, like, I don't know, as a construction worker or a fast food worker or a butcher, people like that, we just completely ignore them. And because of this, what this will happen is it'll make these people more and more rich, while it makes these people more and more poor. And you can tell that with Democratic policies. They want to get rid of college tuition, but they won't decrease the amount college jobs pay because they already pay a lot more than blue collar jobs, despite you having to work way less. They also advocate for much less work time and that sort of stuff, even though that would basically destroy the US economy. And guess what? The people who would suffer? The people who are blue collared workers. The reason why it would hurt the blue collared workers is because then the college degree people, whatever, will just make them work more and pay less because they're working for less hours. But wait, aren't they paying minimum wage? Or aren't they planning to raise the minimum wage? Yes, but no, really. You see, they're planning about raising a minimum wage. Oh, they're not going to raise any other blue collar workers' wage. And yes, they're going to tax the rich, which would help somewhat with that, although it's still going to cause inflation. It'll make other blue collar workers poorer. While, their plans to get rid of college tuition and like pay people who go to college and whatever, they're just going to get richer. Now, this kind of backs up what I was saying because I found this graph. Now, there aren't any numbers, but it was hard to find other statistics like this. But this is based on exit polls and household income. So yeah, there's not a lot of numbers here. They can expect that this is the poorest group, this is the richest. It's interesting because the poorest people vote Democratish, but the next two brackets vote for Republicans. And the richest group votes for Democrats. And that's exactly why. They're going to raise up the minimum wage. They're going to get rid of college tuition, pay people to go to college or whatever. So basically, the people who are educated are going to be richer. The people who are homeless won't be, well, and don't work at all and that sort of stuff. I mean, okay, I'm not saying that's like not an issue that people are working and being homeless. What I'm saying is that people who have like barely work at all, they're going to get more money. Although the people who actually work really, really hard are not going to make a penny more. And they're just going to have to pay more due to inflation. And then there's also the fact that there's equality that the Democrats always rant about and that sort of shit. If you're surviving paycheck to paycheck, do you really give a shit on if people can transition genders or not? No. There's also the fact that Republican states tend to be poorer than Democrat states. And the Democrats are like, haha, you're poor, loser. Without even realizing that, like, a lot of this is geography. Like, it isn't just straight up, yeah, you're poor because of how you believe. No. So this is this is life expectancy in states based on how they vote, as you can see. And yeah, it gets very red at the bottom, while it's very blue at the top. So yeah, that looks a bit elitist to me, if you want to say anything. It's also the fact that, like, look, West Virginia is at the very bottom. They've been oppressed by the government for many years. People are being forced to work in coal mines, get paid minimum wage. They can't afford to have their children go into education or get a basic high school education, so they also work in coal mines and that sort of shit. There's no infrastructure there. And yeah, they're going to be the poorest and have the worst life expectancy. Do that. And they aren't voting blue at all. Now, if you're wondering about the TikToks that I've been talking about, I mean, it's basically the same graphs that I showed you in that sort of stuff. You know, just the classic, haha, you're poor, haha, you're uneducated, that sort of stuff. None of this one is actually making fun of poverty. Talk about education, healthcare. What the fuck? You know what? I'm just gonna call you racist. You know why? Because Oklahoma has a lot of indigenous reservations. So, like, what the fuck? They've been dealing with systematic oppression ever since Europeans have come onto the fucking continent. Yet you have the audacity to say that they have like the poorest country, or sorry, state. Like, what the fuck?
But, well, actually, Democrats have higher IQs than Republicans. So it's just inherent. Republicans are inherently stupider than Democrats, and that's why they're poorer.
Now, that's something I actually do believe is true. Actually, like researching it, I actually do believe that is true. I'm gonna explain why in a few seconds, but I couldn't really find a graph. I just found this, which said that research finds that higher intelligence correlated with left-wing beliefs and that sort of stuff. And yeah, from what I've seen, it does seem like people who I don't know about IQs because everyone lies about IQ. There probably hasn't been a single person who told the truth out of their IQ in the entirety of human history. But from what it seems like education wise, from at least from what I've seen, it seems like people who are more left wing on average tend to get better grades than people who are right winged. I'm going to get to that in a second as well. But that doesn't really mean they're stupid. That just means that they don't have the same resources available as people on the left. Like saying that this is because Republicans are stupid or whatever. That's like saying that all black people are stupid because on average, the average black person has a lower IQ than the average white person. Like if you phrase it like that, you're gonna be killed like instantly. And it's for the same reason. Black people have been, for a longest time in history, have been oppressed by the U.S. government, unfortunately, with slavery and racial discrimination in the South. And because of that, there isn't the Flynn effect hasn't been applied to their communities for as long, so their IQ is generally lower. They are also a lot more people who are black tend to be in poverty. And there's a massive correlation between IQ and wealth. Same thing goes with education and wealth. IQ relies on education a lot. And I mean a lot. You can see right here. I mean, yeah, this is like you'd expect a person with PhD to have a high IQ, but like it's actually unreal. IQ should not be biased based on education at all. And if you're poorer, it's going to be a lot harder to get a good education. And that's why Black and Hispanic communities tend to have lower IQs than people who are white or Asian. And that's the exact same reason as to why Republicans tend to have a slightly lower IQ than Democrats. They're not they're not stupid. They just don't have life as easy in general. And you can even tell based on the maps because you can see that like most of the US's land area is red. And that's because a lot of Republicans are farmers. They're very rural. And not only is farming an egregiously underappreciated thing, I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about the world in general. Farming pays very little. There's also the fact that everyone's so far apart from each other that it's hard to get people grouped up in, massive cities where in the cities you have more people so you can have better teachers and whatever. And because of that, you can have better education. That's just really hard if you're just all spread out. So yeah, that's my rant about the newest news of politics and Democrats going completely elitist. Yeah. As a Democrat myself, this is actually triggering me so much. I mean, is it as much as the 4B movement? Probably not. Although, is the 4B movement actually gonna succeed? No. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel, dislike if you dislike, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.